Hey guys, my name's Yvette and welcome to my DIY channel, and I hope that you guys are having a great day. So for today's video, I wanted to share with you guys some fall DIYs that I made, and I'll make sure to link everything that I used down below in the description. So let's get started. Okay guys, so the first thing you're going to want to do is get some of these fake fall leaves. These ones right here are from Dollar Tree and these ones are from Joann. And right here, I just wanted to show you guys the difference between the two. The ones from Joann cost $1.99 a bundle, and they do have like fewer leaves, but they are better quality. And they also do have holly berries with them. And then the Dollar Tree ones are obviously $1 and they have like a bunch in a bundle. Okay, so pick out 4 leaves from the Dollar Tree bundle and we're gonna hot glue them together to make a line. Then take 2 leaves from the Joann ones and we're gonna glue them on top. And then take one of the golden sparkly leaves from the Joann ones and we're going to glue that in the middle. Next, I'm going to be using some of these little pumpkins that I got from Joann's, and we're going to take 3 of them and we're just going to glue them on the middle top of our leaves. And this is going to be the first section of our garland. Now we're going to do the exact same thing we just did, only a little bit different at the end. So now take one of the darker brown glittery leaves and glue that one on the middle. And then for this one, we're going to put holly berries on the middle top instead of pumpkins. And these holly berries came from that Joann bundle of leaves that we have. Right here, you guys can see the difference between the 2 sections that we just made. And so I made a total of 3 that look exactly like the top section, and then I made 3 that look like the bottom section. And so I had a total of 6 sections. Remember, the more sections you make, the longer that your garland will be. Next, I'm going to take some wood stain in the shade Natural, and I'm just going to stain these little fall word signs that I got from Etsy. And the stain made these just a little bit darker, which is what I wanted. Now we're going to take some Dollar Tree jute and we're going to make a loop at the end, and this is going to hold our garland to whatever you want to tie it to. It's time to glue our sections onto our jute to make our garland, and at first I was going to use E6000, but that was just not working. I switched over to hot glue and that worked out really well, and so I just hot glued on the rest of my sections. And I did one section with the pumpkins and then the word fall, and then a section with the holly berries and then again the word fall, and then back to the pumpkins and then the word fall again, and then that's how I did my pattern. Once you get to the end, just make sure to tie another loop and then we're done, guys. Alright guys, so for this project, you're going to want to get a canvas and tape off the border of it, and this step isn't necessary, you can totally skip it, but I wanted my painting to have a border, so that's why I did that. And then I'm just going to paint all of it a light ivory for the background. I found a royalty-free image of the silhouette of a tree so that anyone who wants to make this painting can do it. Also, if you can't draw, you could also do this because all you have to do is trace the silhouette. So I printed out the tree and then I cut it out, and I only cut out like the big major branches. I didn't want to cut out all the tiny ones. I'll draw those in later. And then I just traced the tree onto my canvas. Right here, I'm just drawing in those branches that I had missed. Now I'm going to paint in the silhouette of the tree with some charcoal black paint. Since I'm done with the painting section of this, I'm going to take off the border of tape that we had on. I'm going to take some Elmer's glue and some of these little confetti fall leaves that I got from Amazon, and I'm just going to start gluing them onto my painting. Right here at the bottom, I'm just going to glue on a bunch of leaves to make it look like a pile of leaves had fallen from the tree. So I'm going to use some of these letter stamps that I got from Michael's, and I'm going to stamp on the words Hello Fall onto my painting, and I'm just using paint to stamp these on. I'm not using ink. Also, you could totally write this in, but I have terrible penmanship, which is why I'm using stamps. Okay guys, so for this last project, I've traced out a free template of this pumpkin that you guys see, and then I cut it out, and we're going to use this as a stencil for our project. Next, take some clay, start wedging it, and then roll it out. Place your stencil on top and then trace out your pumpkin and cut it out. And then I'm just using my needle tool to do this. Make sure to smooth out the edges of the pumpkin using some water. So I placed my stencil back on top of my clay, and then I'm just using my needle tool to just lightly trace over the lines so that they could like show up on the clay. I took the back of a thin paintbrush and I'm just going to make these lines thicker by tracing over them. I'm going to use these alphabet stamps again, and I taped them together to spell out the word pumpkin, and we're going to stamp that word onto our clay. And I just buffed away those little imperfections with my finger. Now we're going to stamp in the word hey on top. And now our little pumpkin says, "Hey pumpkin." So do any last minute touches and then let this dry for about 2 days. And I wanted this to like curve up a little, so I just put paintbrushes around the edges to make the edges curve up. So here's our pumpkin dry, and I'm gonna paint it a light ivory. Then I decided I wanted to speckle, and this first one was a fail. So I repainted the pumpkin again, and here's take 2. I painted the stem of the pumpkin a metallic champagne by mixing metallic gold and metallic silver together. You guys, I couldn't find the footage of me painting in the words "Hey pumpkin," but I did this using the tip of a toothpick, and then I would just like dip the toothpick into some paint, and then I would trace over the words very carefully. Alright guys, so now it's time to seal, and of course if you've seen any of my clay videos, you know that I love to use Decor Art's triple thick glaze gloss for this. Alright guys, so that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, and subscribe for more DIYs, and stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!